Acts 10. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band, a devout man, and one that feared Yah with all of his house, which gave much alms to the people, and prayed to Yah always. He saw in a vision, evidently about the ninth hour of the day, an angel of YAHUAH coming into him, and saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked upon him, he was afraid and said, What is it, Adonai? And he said unto him, Your prayers and your alms are come up for a memorial before YAHUAH. And now send men to Jaffa, and call for one Shimon, whose surname is Cepher. He lodges with one Shimon, a tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell you what you ought to do. And when the angel which spoke unto Cornelius was departed, he called two of his household servants, and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continually. And when he had declared all these things unto them, he sent them to Jaffa. On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Cepher went up upon the housetop to pray about the sixth hour. And he became very hungry, and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance, and saweth heaven opened, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners, and let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, Rise, Cepher, kill, and eat. But Cepher said, Not so, Adonai, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And the voice spoke unto him again the second time, What Yah has cleansed, that call not common. This was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again unto heaven. Now while Cepher doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry of Shimon's house, and stood before the gate, and called and asked whether Shimon, which was surnamed Cepher, were lodged there. While Cepher thought on the vision, the throught said unto him, Behold, three men seek you. Arise, therefore, and get you down, and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. Then Cepher went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius, and said, Behold, I am he whom you seek. What is the cause wherefore ye are come? And they said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man, and one that fears Yah, and of good report among all the nation of the Yehudim, was warned from Yah by a holy angel to send for you into his house, and to hear words of you. Then called he them in, and lodged them. And on the morrow Cepher went away with them, and certain brethren from Jaffa accompanied him. And the morrow after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had called together his kinsmen and near friends. And as Cepher was coming in, Cornelius met him, and fell down at his feet, and worshipped him. But Cepher took him up, saying, Stand up, I myself also am a man. And as he talked with him, he went in, and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, You know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Yehudi to keep company or come into one of another nation. But Yahuwah has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Therefore came I unto you without gainsaying, as soon as I was sent for. I ask, therefore, for what intent ye have sent for me? And Cornelius said, 4 days ago I was fasting until this hour, and at the ninth hour I prayed in my house, and behold, a man stood before me in bright clothing, and said, Cornelius, your prayer is heard, and your alms are had in remembrance in the sight of Yahuwah. Send therefore to Joppa, and call hither Shimon, whose surname is Kepha. He is lodged in the house of one Shimon, a tanner by the sea, who, when he comes, shall speak unto you. Immediately, therefore, I sent to you, and you have well done that you are come. Now, therefore, are we all here present before Yah to hear all things that you are commanded of Yahuwah. Then Kepha opened his mouth and said, Of a truth, I perceive that Yah is no respecter of persons. But in every nation he that fears him and works righteousness is accepted with him. The word which Yahuwah sent unto the children of Yasharel, preaching peace by YAHUSHA HaMashiach, that word, I say, ye know, which was published throughout all Yehud, and began from Galil after the immersion which Yohanan preached. As how Yahuwah anointed Yahusha of Nazareth with the Ruach HaKodesh and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for Yah was with him. And we are witnesses of all things which he did, both in the land of the Yehudim and in Jerusalem, whom they slew and hanged on a tree. Him Yahuwah raised up the third day and showed him openly, not to all the people, but unto witnesses chosen before of Yahuwah, even to us, who did eat and drink with him after he rose from the dead. And he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is he which was ordained of Yahuwah to be the judge of the quick and dead. To him give all the prophets witness that through his name whosoever believes in him shall receive remission of sins. While Kepha yet spoke these words, the Ruach HaKodesh fell on all them which heard the word. And they of the circumcision which believed were astonished, as many as came with Kepha, because that on the other nations also was poured out the gift of the Ruach HaKodesh. For they heard them speak with tongues and magnify Yah. Then answered Kepha, Can any man forbid water, that these should not be immersed, which have received as the Ruach HaKodesh, as well as we? And he commanded them to be immersed in the name of the Adonai Yahusha HaMashiach. Then prayed they him to tarry certain days.